Alright, this is like my third time trying to film this. Finally got the audio right. I didn't have the GoPro set to be connected to the right thing before. Should sound a lot better tonight, or today. I don't know why I just said tonight. It is like noon. Make sure that's tight enough. All right, hopefully everything's looking good. Went for a ride earlier, filmed a few videos, got back to my PC. None of them had any audio. I was not happy about that. That kind of sucked, but it's all a learning process. We just got the GoPro yesterday, got the helmet mount set up, the mic adapter, all that. So hopefully it's looking good and sounding good. I got the ND filters running. Hopefully the mic is in a good position. Went a little wide there. Yeah, it's a learning process. I'm a real moto vlogger now. We're gonna start putting a lot more effort into our videos, making the typical vlogger style stuff. Sightseeing, a little bit of traveling, some top fives, some why I bought this bike, if I would buy it again as a beginner's bike, if I wouldn't. Spoiler, I would, because it is a very fun bike, and I believe it's basically perfect to learn on. Fuck it, I'll give you a few reasons right now. First reason, it's cheap. You can buy this on Amazon for about $1,700. That's with shipping. And you can get them a lot cheaper if you buy used. Usually people have this bike for 500 to like maybe a few thousand miles. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of miles on it, but it's very, very typical for somebody to buy this bike to learn on it and then sell it for something bigger. And that leads me to my next point, which is the speed. Everybody likes a fast bike, but when you're learning out, you really don't want something too fast. There's no reason for you to be putting that much risk on your body, because with any little mistake with a lot of speed, that gets multiplied. So there's been a few times where I've been riding and my rear tire kind of went out on me because I went a little bit too hard on the throttle when I was rejoining traffic or something, and that little bit of movement in the rear probably would have been a low side in a more in a bigger engine bike. Like my buddy has a 600cc that I was potentially gonna buy off him as my first bike, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because it's a little bit too powerful for me. This thing's only 239 cc's. It goes up 65 miles an hour on the flats, so it does exactly what I need to do. If I absolutely have to go on the highway for like a half a mile, I can do it, but I basically avoid the highway at all costs. I'll go the scenic route instead. You know what they say, it's more fun to ride a slow bike fast than it is to ride a fast bike slow. And while I don't really know what it's like to ride a fast bike fast, I do know that it's fun to ride a slow bike fast, or at minimum speeds. I don't think I've actually been fast in this. I tend to brake a lot for the corners. Still working on my confidence level overall when riding the bike. I don't want to get too overconfident and end up, you know, high-siding myself off a ledge or something. Got a lot of gear. Got this cool Techno 2.0 built jacket. Level 2 back protector in there. Elbow pads. Shoulder pads. Another reason that you would want to buy this bike as a beginner is that you can learn a lot of maintenance things on this, and it's very easy. How to tune a carb, how to do an oil change, how to check your levels. All the parts on here are like very easy to get, Chinese parts. Everything's very standard, nothing's too complicated. All the different things on the engine are very easy to get to. So you can learn how to adjust your valves and work on a bike in general with this bike. And if you do something wrong, it's not the end of the world, because it's not like you're fucking up your brand new MT-09 or something. Reason number 4, I think we're on 4, right? I don't know. But for another reason is the community. I've got back on Facebook. I know, right? Crazy, Facebook. But that seems to be where all the motorcycle communities kind of hang out. And there's a few very, very active groups for this bike in particular. And there's a ton of really knowledgeable people there that have helped me every single time I've had a question. Anytime I've had any problem with this thing in terms of setting it up, or how to set things up, or what I should do with it, I just go on there with a video of my question, and it gets answered every single time without fail. People are very willing to help there. So shout out to all the people on the Hawk 250 Facebook groups.